The Hawaiki Nui is one of the toughest races in the world.
In the first 5 or 10 Ks on every day, we're going to hurt really badly to the point of thinking, what the hell am I doing here?
Ko te wānanga tuatahi tēnei.
First time most of us race together. So just getting to know one another, getting to know how we all operate.
We were not quite in the zone. Didn't kind of feel like we were hitting our straps.
There's no mythical...
Timmy, stop right there. You're not listening to instructions. This is about the team, it's not about you.
No, it's not about me.
Then why don't you listen to instruction?
Because I'm interested in going fast, not slow.
A few issues health-wise with the shoulder, so just have to give the shoulder a couple of days to rest.
When you got 12 people in the squad, the hardest thing's getting to the start line.
I'm going for one of my regular checkups with my doctor. It is a requirement that we get an ECG, so they're not going to be held liable for me having a heart attack.
There's no mythical glide.
Stop right there. Timmy, you need to listen to instruction.
No, I'll paddle a rutted canoe.
We agree with you.
Tim, you're not listening to instruction. This is about the team, it's not about you.
No, it's not about me.
Then why don't you listen to instruction?
Because I'm interested in going fast, not slow.
Tim has got this mentality that it's his way or the highway. And he needs to understand you need to follow the plan.
What stroke rate are you thinking?
What would you be happy with?
55?
That's what I'm talking about.
In a single.
In a single?
No, or either or, doesn't matter.
No, but when we hop in...
Difference between the two. You can't paddle a single at the same stroke rate. You can be slow.
Yeah, you can. Well, do it. Fucking hell.
It's not as fast. Your stroke rate is as fast as your boat goes from here to
Take the
here.
singles out of it.
We're talking singles training because we can't get together every night in a six-man.
Wakarama's got its own ethereal way of paddling, and coming from a rowing background, you know, very precise, and technically I find it frustrating that people don't buy into a physics side of paddling. If you can underrate other crews, if your technique is so good that you can just underrate them, that's fantastic. But I don't think technically you're there.
So we're not disagreeing with we need to go fast, 55 strokes, but that's when we jump in a six-man together. We're not going to paddle around the Gulf of Carpentaria at 45 strokes a minute. We're talking about 45 in a single in a ruddered canoe to get our
Baseline.
lined up.
Yeah.
But look, that's all we're asking. If we can agree on that, you've agreed on it.
Yeah.
Nah, sweet ass.
That's a great compromise.
But anyway, we'll get there.
Thanks, Tim.
We'll get there. I see things working a certain way, and then you get strong personalities like Greg sees things working a certain way. And, you know, there is a real clash there, but as Marty said, you know, there's a team effort. It's not all about you. Hi, I'm Tim Bruce. I live by Huntly. Water sports have always been a big thing for me. I've had like 12 years away. You know, I just realised I really miss the sport. I'm probably quite super competitive. It's not win at all costs, but you're going to leave no stone unturned to make it work. I've done that Hawaiki Nui 15 years ago. And you're paddling from one island to the other and you can't see the other island. It's a huge mind beat, beat, beat.
Overall, this camp's gone great. We've explored different options, learnt a lot, and we've got a lot to move forward with.
The further we go in, we really have to keep focused on what the goals are of this race. Podium, staying healthy, taking a journey, and yeah, getting on the podium.
Unihia ki te uru tapi nui a tāne, kia wātea, kia māma, te hiningaro, te tinana, te nākau, te wairua i te ara takatā. Koia rā e rongo. Whakairi ake ki runga. Kia wātea, ai rā, kua wātea, aumi e hui e. Tāhi e.
Kia ora, Jay.
Kia ora.
Kia ora. Awesome, bro. Mean. Thank you.
brother. Chopara. Don't headbutt. I know we disagree, but don't headbutt.
Just go with home, bro.
Morena, I have an appointment with Dr. Grace this morning.
Your name?
Martin, hello.
Just take a seat straight down Hawaii, Martin.
Thank you. I'm going for one of my regular checkups with my doctor. I need to make sure that physically I can withstand the 3 days of racing.
Morena, Martin. I'm Pineula, I'm your HCA, and I'll do your basic ops this morning.
Morena.
Just follow me. I'll just get you to jump on the scales first, then we'll grab your height and weight. Okay, do you smoke, Martin?
No.
So I'm going to do your blood pressure,
Right.
and then the doctor can give a squiz. Okay, Martin?
Yeah.
Well done. Martin, kia ora, come in.
Morena.
Morena, come through. So, Martin, how have you been?
Oh, yeah, ups and downs.
Ups and downs?
Yeah.
So, it's been a little while since you've seen the cardiologist, is that right? And even the cardiology nurse. So this is a bit of a catch-up to see how things have gone since then and what we need to do to get things on track if they're not already on track. You look really well, by the way.
Well, in a couple of months' time, I'm off to Tahiti to race, and so it is a requirement that we get an ECG so that they're not going to be held liable for me
Well, yeah.
having a heart attack
Yeah.
in the
So
Waka.
you're pretty good in terms of your fitness, your weight, your blood pressure, you're not diabetic.
Yeah.
So for you, the biggie that we're wanting to get under control is the cholesterol, and I think you've done that as long as you take the medication. And so we'll get another blood test for that, and that's just being precautionary.
Sweet.
Cool. Very good.
Kia ora.
Ko tā mātou wānanga tuarua tēnei, kei wai tākiri mātou e whakaharatau ana. The kaupapa of this one is planning, whanaungatanga and building on the last one.
Tēnā koe Mary, tīma tātou karakia mo tēnei ata, ai mihena ki a Waitākere. Te awa nei hare ki te Waitamata, Waitamata. Nō reira, kia humaru ai tātou, anei te karakia.
Wakataka tahau ki te uru, wakataka tahau ki te tonga. Kia mā kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai.
E hiaki ana te atākora, e tio, e huka, e hauhu, ti hei mauri o rā.
Right, boys. That's us. Ko me Apoia toko ingoa, ko Ngāti Pākehā ahau. I got into Waka for health and well-being. I've come from the health sector, so having a space for men to come together and talk about health and well-being issues, it's really awesome to see. It's changing the whole narrative from free of disease to healthy from a whole range of different perspectives. You know, some of us do have health conditions, obviously, but we don't tend to always focus on that. We want to have a kōrero about what's going to help us stay healthy together.
Nahi, rua, toru, wha, puka.
The Hawaiki Nui is kind of like the cherry on top of the cake. The process for us to get there, I think, is what's more exciting.
Boys, pedals up, karite! Oi!
The main aim of this camp is to actually try and get our teams together for each day, for day 1, 2 and 3, and getting the guys used to who they're going to be paddling with.
Reach up, bottom hand out. Easy. Hold water. Let these other guys catch up.
Up high, bro.
What's up, boys? What's up, boys? Can we get Tim and Matt to swap around, please?
Cup high. Sweet. Another 10K. So what we did at the end there, boys, we just upped 10, to 80%. So I could see if our boat speed, or we could see if our boat speed was dropping. So we're focusing on little things in our technique, which made a big difference to our boat speed.
It's not just hard out non-stop, it's a bit of reflection, seeing how the boys are, seeing what we can improve and what we can change.
Are we sick of my talking?
Oh, no.
No. Because we want to replicate what we do in the race, eh? So if you don't like what I'm saying, fine, let's just change it now so that I don't have anyone yelling at me during the race. What's that, J.E.?
Anything to change?
Yeah, I think have a shave before we come out again next time. That's about all. I tēnei ahi ahi. We're going to crack in another 20 Ks.
This is based on what day 2 will be at Hawaiki Nui, so it's a shorter distance. It's a little bit more intense.
We're moving, eh?
Not much to complain about. I'm trying to find the negatives, but This is my first camp in this campaign. These guys are all awesome people and great paddlers as well. And I feel really, really honoured and privileged to be here. Kōpua krama toko ingowa. I'm living in Townsville. I've been living in Queensland since 1988. From the day I did my first stroke in the canoe, I knew this was me. This is where I belong. And it's been my lifestyle ever since. I just feel like I'm a better person once I've finished doing the paddle. And I can start the day, perform better at work, be more productive, be more focused, more caring.
When we were going hundy, the idea was to put them to the sword, see what they're made of.
Lock it in! 10%, that's it, Tim!
it's getting dark, when you're really fatigued, at times there I'm thinking, I could just stop. I'm spent with 3 kilometres to go, and then the other crew comes up beside us. What are the consequences of just stopping? I'm so exhausted. You've just got to keep digging deep.
It wasn't intentional for us to be out there in the dark. It just happens that way. And because when you go over there, you're in the home of Va'a, of Waka. You're paddling against some of the best in the world. So to be mentally in tune and not get intimidated by them is part of the process to what we have to go through here.
Nice, boys. Good work, boys. Good work. Go on, Joyce.
Personally, feeling quite good, feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more fitter, getting a few kilometres in.
Does that sound right? So it's got the sizes on it, large on the bottom right corner. So, bro, what's the story with Double G?
He's done his ACL. It's an old injury from Takapuna Cup a few years ago.
True.
Yep, should have got it done then, he said, but they come good, so he didn't worry about it.
So what are we going to do in the interim for his replacement?
There's a couple of different options. For day 3, I could go into steer and John can come into paddle.
What about if you're a stronger paddler than John and he's a good steerer? What about putting John steering and you paddle?
Yeah, that's what I just said, Marty.
No, you said you steer and John paddle.
Oh, did I?
You did indeed.
Well, that's a good idea. That's a far better idea than my idea. Yeah.
Well, that's we've got to have a look at all options and see where it balances out well.
Yeah.
Double G, he's like a big unit, man. And it's a big loss with him. Now that it's come to this point, I'm more worried about what our race plan is.
Here he is here.
Just the man we've been talking about.
Morena.
So we're just talking about Double G not coming over. And so we're just looking at scenarios. We've just been saying, how about you steer the last day and Greg comes in and paddles? Yeah. And we'll let the boys know? Yeah. Yeah, Greg?
Yep. That's probably a good scenario as well, because like you know that place.
Yeah.
Me, I'm heading that way, not knowing where I'm going.
No worries. All good.
Ko Jean Tetohu, toku inoa no Tahiti ahau. I've been taking paddlers to Tahiti, many from here, from Aotearoa. Te Wakama I konei me Tahiti e mea nui. Te moe mo e nei a nā kai hoi, ki te hare, ki te takaro, me nā a kai hoi pai no te whenua no Tahiti. Most of the paddlers here, this is their chance to go and participate for the Hawaiki Nui. My role for this team, it's more likely to translate for our kaihoe nā, to understand what's happening over there. Makes it easier for them to go over there. And I can actually show my culture.
Morena, did you bring the bloody sunshine? Oh, I reckon.
Where's our course?
Go there, then have a look.
6 Ks out, 6 Ks back. Yeah.
Karama whānau. Karakia. Ngā mihi whānau. Awesome to see everyone here to use this
This is our last training session for a big event coming up soon, so as per the training schedule for today, give it heaps. Tēnā weekend, feeling really mentally strong and fit. Few issues health-wise with the shoulder. Just had the cortisone shot last night, so just have to give the shoulder a couple of days to rest.
Good fight. Okay, boys. Have a nice one. Boys.
He's our caller, and he's an awesome caller because he keeps us up, keeps our wairua up, keeps us thinking and focused. So it's going to be challenging if his shoulder doesn't come right.
What's the stroke rate? 48.
The fact that we've got an injury and one of our boys had to pull out. Now that's the nature of it when you've got 12 people in the squad. And the hardest thing's getting to the start line.
Ko Jason tōku ingoa, no o manaia hau me hokianga. I had a pretty bad shoulder injury a few years back, and I hadn't been in the paddling scene for a while. Edlip, uncle. No mai. To be offered the opportunity to go over to Tahiti and participate in the Hawaiki Nui race. It was a bucket list race of mine, so I thought now's a really good opportunity to, commit and be a part of an awesome team. Oh, I'm feeling so positive. It's so cool to be amongst, like I said, experienced guys, just down-to-earth people and have the same passion as I do.
So the race we've got coming up shortly, E Te Rangi is a 12K race. Yeah, our crew's doing it for just training and doing it at a race pace. Yeah, the start was awesome. The way up was awesome. We had a good line. The day 3 crew got ahead of us and we managed to kind of basically keep up with them and pull them in. And then we battled for quite a while. This race has helped set us up for sure. Probably going to be bigger in Tahiti, but definitely psychologically, what we had today was good for us. My name's Todd Jago, ko Ngāti Raukawa, te iwi. My whenua tapu is Otaki, I reside in Motueka. How I'm feeling about racing with the boys? It's amazing. I feel really lucky that this can happen for me. You know, it's one thing racing, but it's more about the crew and the people we're with and making those bonds. And at our age, it's, you know, we've done all that kind of impatient, let's get on the water and go for it. Yeah, it's just more about the whanaungatanga.
So just start off with a debrief. Any feedback?
Day 2 crew, we're still looking for probably our combination. When we get to Tahiti, we'll still move everyone around. We may even try Matt up the front. Tim suggested me to come up to 2. We'll try it. It's there. We just got to find it. We're tracking as well as we can do. So there's still a bit of a reshuffle there to make sure that we've got that blend. But we've got enough experience in that boat to get it together.
Just to reflect on yesterday and today, because they were a combination of 2. Didn't hydrate enough. It kind of kicked me in the butt in that 24K. And then Joe had to call, so good to do it here. Yeah. I don't want to do it over there.
Our biggest thing, and it's something I've tried to stress, is the biggest thing we've got to face over there is the heat. And we've got to get our minds ready and have a plan of dealing with the heat. In the first 5 or 10 Ks on every day, we're going to hurt, and we're going to hurt really badly to the point of thinking, what the hell am I doing here? Because it's going to be so damn hot.
When your head is dropping, when your body is waning, sore, you really got to dig deep into your wairua, your soul, your ngākau. That's going to carry you the rest of the way.
You know, it's game time, switch on time. I think we've made lots of gains from our first camp, but am I confident? Nah, I'm never confident. I always think there's so much improvement that we need to work on, and that's the way I'll go through to the last day.
Since tauranga, it has changed for me. For me, part of it was winning at all costs. But now it's all about making that connection with the other people over there, and it's doing it for my whānau, doing it for my brothers. That's why I'm gonna do it now, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Making these connections, these are the little things that are gonna make our results better.
We're going out there to compete, to make sure we do things right. So believe in ourselves, believe in everyone. One team.
All we gotta do is stay together and look after each other's back.
Ko te reo, te take.